Once upon a time, there was a woman who woke up one morning and everything seemed fine at first glance. But very soon, she realized with a jolt that something was deeply wrong. She went to the bathroom and looked in the mirror, and it was Una, her reflection, that stared back at her. It was the face of an old woman. The woman in the mirror spat at her own reflection. "What the hell?" she exclaimed. And then the most horrifying thing happened. She turned around and saw an old, frail woman standing behind her. And this old woman also spat at her own reflection. And so the young woman ran out of the house, not knowing where to go, what to do, or why this had happened to her. She walks down the street and sees a man she recognizes. It's her boyfriend. He's driving his car and he honks at her. But she doesn't know him and she doesn't recognize his car, so she just keeps walking away. Later, she sees a group of friends laughing loudly and having a great time together. So she joins them, thinking that maybe they can help her figure out what's going on. But as soon as she gets close to them, she realizes that these are people from her past. They're all people she used to know when she was young, but she hasn't seen them for many years. "Hello?" she says. "Do you know me?" As soon as the words left her mouth, she knew she shouldn't have said them. Their faces twisted into expressions of disgust and revulsion, and they shouted, "Who are you? Get away from us!" Confused and scared, she ran away from them, only to bump into a stranger on the sidewalk. "Can you help me? Do you know what's happening to me?" she asked. The stranger took one look at her and said, "You haven't got a clue, have you? You're moving backwards through time! That's what's happening to you." She didn't believe him at first. She thought it was just a kind of dream. But then she stopped and thought about it and realized that he was right. Everything was happening backwards. Her regrets were coming before her choices. Her shame and guilt were coming before the actions that had caused her to feel that way. The stranger continued, "You will move backwards until you reach the moment when you decided to live your life the wrong way. Then you will be able to start again, but only if you understand what is happening to you. If you don't, you will just keep moving backwards forever and eventually end up as a pile of dust on the floor." The young woman's heart sank. All those years of regrets, all those mistakes, all those times she had let herself down or others down, they were all rushing towards her faster than ever now. But how could she stop them? How could she fix all the things she had done wrong? The stranger spoke again. "There's a way to stop this process, but it won't be easy. You must learn to see your future and change your ways." With that, he disappeared. So the young woman set out to find her future. She wanted to know what would happen if she kept doing the things she was doing now. She walked around town, desperate to find someone, anyone who could help her. But no one could. Everyone she met told her the same thing. She was moving backwards through time. There was nothing they could do to help her. Determined to save herself, she went home. Maybe her future self had answers for her. She opens the front door and goes inside. In the kitchen, she finds a diary on the counter. She opens it and begins to read. But it isn't a diary of events from her present. It's a diary of events from her past. But as she continues reading, she realizes that each entry is dated tomorrow. Each entry describes what will happen tomorrow. If she continues on the path she's currently on, for example, tomorrow she will fight with her boyfriend. Tomorrow, she will lose her job. Tomorrow, she will grow further apart from her family and friends, and so on and so forth. Each entry was more terrifying than the last. But then, she found something else in the diary. Hidden between the pages was some notes written in a different hand. These weren't entries for tomorrow. They were entries for today! They were entries describing what today was like for her, before she started moving backwards. And as she read through them, she felt a sense of peace come over her. She realized that even though tomorrow might be filled with pain and sorrow, today was filled with love and joy. She had a loving boyfriend who cared for her deeply. She had a job that paid the bills and gave her purpose. She had friends and family who supported her and loved her unconditionally. Today was full of happiness and laughter. It was full of kindness and compassion. As she read the final entry from today, she felt a wave of emotion wash over her. It was the most beautiful feeling she had ever experienced. It was the feeling of being truly alive. Suddenly, the diary flew out of her hands and landed on the floor. She looked up and saw a vision standing in front of her. It was her, but older, much older. Her hair was white as snow. Her eyes were filled with wisdom, and her face was radiant with beauty. "Are you my future self?" the young woman asked. "Yes," replied the older woman. "I am you. Or rather, you are me. We are the same person, only at different times in our lives." "Then please help me," the young woman begged. "Help me to understand what is happening to me. Help me to fix the mistakes I've made." The older woman smiled. "You don't need me to help you. You already have everything you need. You just need to open your eyes and see it." "But I'm lost," the young woman cried. "I don't know who I am or what I'm supposed to do." The older woman reached out and took her hand. "You are who you are meant to be. You are exactly where you need to be. You have everything you need to fix your mistakes. You just need to use what you have." The older woman then showed the young woman how to use the diary. Each entry was a choice that led to either happiness or sadness, love or hate, success or failure. And all she had to do was make the right choices. The choices that led to happiness, love, success, and fulfillment. The young woman looked at her diary and saw that she already had the power to change her future. She could choose to be happy or sad, successful or unsuccessful, loved or lonely. It was all up to her. With newfound determination, the young woman began to rewrite her future. She started by making small changes, but soon those small changes grew into big ones. She began to take control of her life and make choices that aligned with her values and goals. As she did this, she felt a sense of peace and contentment wash over her. She knew that she was on the right path now. The older woman watched as the young woman made changes to her life. A smile grew on her face. She had known that the young woman would be able to save herself. She had faith in her, even when the young woman didn't have faith in herself. And so the older woman faded away, knowing that the young woman was now on the right path. The young woman continued to make changes to her life, and soon her future began to look brighter than ever before. She was no longer moving backwards through time. She was moving forwards towards a future filled with happiness, love, success, and fulfillment. She had learned the power of foresight. She had learned to see her future and make changes in the present that would lead to the life she desired. And as she lived her life, she never forgot the words of the old woman. Live like you've already seen the outcome of your choices.